guys, today I'm going to be doing the videos a little bit different than what I normally do. So I got this nose ring, but as you can see it's bleeding and I need to take care of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it. I have this stuff that I got from the store a few days ago. So my solution is the best stuff that you can get for like nose rings and piercings and stuff. It's sterile and it'll help clean it, and it's like an antibacterial type thing. It's technically for eye contact lenses, but it works nonetheless the same way. So this is what we're doing today. Let's get into it. Alright, here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some tissue, because it'd be better to use that instead of a rag. Because the rag has like little particles in it that can get stuck inside of the wound or inside of the piercing, and it can get infected that way. Tissue doesn't do that. It doesn't actually leave too much behind. It's a better use for what we're trying to do here. So we're going to open this. And if you're wondering how I know all this stuff, my mom and my grandmother and my aunt, I used to work in a bio blood place where they draw blood and have people donate it, and they deal with it, that kind of thing, and they know exactly all about the infections, how to clean the wounds, how to clean the spot with the needle. So, well, that, and I took a couple of health classes, so, like medical terminology. I took health science. I took those types of things, so I know a little bit about like the human body, infections and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna shake this up a bit, just a bit. I don't want to do it too much. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little piece, twist it, fold it, twist it again, and I should come up with like this little piece that I can use to like dab my wound. So, but then again, you kind of want it to get in and under, and then push it up, and then just start dripping it on there. So here I'm going to do here. Oh! I just dipped it on there and let go. And just dab it. So, as you can see, the stuff is coming off. But what I want to do is I'm going to push it up and carefully wipe under it. Yeah, it hurts because it's bruised. It's been bruised ever since I got it, but it's because of the pain. It's because of the piercing itself. Like, it hurt, really hurt. And then what I'm going to do now is do another drop. I'm going to get on the piercing, but then on the bottle, so I just rub it on the piercing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that and lift it up again. Just going to wipe around it so it's a little bit easier. And if you're wondering, it does not sting. The only thing that hurts is when I lift up the piercing from the inside of my nose. That's the only part that hurts. Anything else of the solution doesn't sting. It's not supposed to. Now, if you use peroxide, that will sting, and you're not supposed to, because then that'll make it worse. It'll rust up the piercing. My mother told me this. It'll rust up the piercing, and it'll make it even worse, and you can get a really bad infection from that. So you don't do that. That's one thing you absolutely don't want to do if you get a piercing like this. You want to be careful when you rub your nose after you get a piercing like this and it bruises, because it can hurt. So you want to do it like gently. but enough to where it feels a bit better. So then, like, you can see that it's still scabbed, and that there's more blood coming out. But that's only because it's being cleaned, I think. I mean, this piercing, I was bleeding 2.5 hours after I got it. So, and it just kept starting to bleed every now and then, and it hasn't bled since until now. So, I'm gonna carefully drop it on. Ooh, let it sink inside of the piercing, wipe all the extra off. And you can use that if you want for later uses. It's supposed to go inside of the wound so that way you can actually get it all off. It will, like, if you get it inside of the piercing and then let the piercing drop and you start wiping it, it's gonna sting just a little, but not too much. It's not gonna hurt that much, but it will kind of sting. But hey, that's the whole point of cleaning a freaking piercing. But with like piercings and stuff, like for your ears or whatever, you need to like twist it around or something, so that way it doesn't get stuck to the skin. Same thing with this, but it's more frequently that you have to twist this around because the skin on your nose will heal around it and get stuck. I have had one experience with this. It was like a few days ago, and I was at the store with my parents and my older brother because we were shopping for stuff for our new apartment. And so we went, and my mom was like, "We need to frequently, like constantly, to keep twisting it so it doesn't get stuck." So when I did, I could feel the skin being peeled off of the piercing, and I said, "Oh, what on earth?" And so it does get stuck. It will. So that's why you have to keep constantly turning it, and that's why I turn it like 3-4 times a day. That's my preference. The maximum amount you can do is 2 times a day, but I do 4 just in case because my skin will heal and get stuck around it like that really quickly. So I don't want that, so that's why I'm doing it super frequently, so that way it doesn't happen. Now, ow, Jesus, it hurts. I shouldn't say his name in vain. I am a Christian, and I apologize, my Lord, but this hurts. Oh. Okay, this is ridiculous. Come on. Peel off, you scab. Here we go. Ugh. This may seem hard to do, but it's actually really simple. Whew. It's a matter of like getting it down quick because it will drip down if you don't like quickly put it back. And it'll sink in because it's like wet on the inside, but that's alright because then you want to get like that wants to get all the blood out of it so that way you can just clear it. Now I ain't gonna take it off because I don't know how and I don't know how to put it back in, so I'm just gonna leave it until I can go back to the place and get the hoop, because that's what I wanted. I wanted the hoop, but I had to get the piercing first in order to do that. So this thing is this hole thing that has formed is huge. so the bud is like sinking into my nose, and it's bruising like pretty bad. Okay. I think that's about it. It does look a lot better. It, to me, it feels clean. It may not to you, but to me it does. I think that's all that matters right now. So, it feels clean. Sorry, I just woke up not that long ago. So yeah. Thanks for being on this journey with me, guys. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time.